Hey y'all, welcome back to Reality Check Please. I'm your host Cassie and happy Saturday. We have some good stuff to talk about. We uploaded a video earlier today about Huda and Louis getting caught at the LAX airport by TMZ. My belief is that they called them. However, not the point. We're back to talk about Love Island USA season 2 episode 4 recap. So if you haven't already seen the earlier video of Huda and Louis, we also recap some of Ariana's iconic looks this season so far. We're going to go ahead and tag that video at the end of this video so you can head on that way and check it out. So before we jump in, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Are you having fun this season with Love Island Games? So the first 2 episodes I think was very hard for me to get into. I don't know why, but episode 3 and 4 hooked me in. I was like, okay, this is like game on. I love the challenges. I've said this before where I would very much enjoy these types of challenges as well on the regular Love Island season. However, I know that they have to pump it up because it's actually games, but I'm enjoying it. What about you guys? Last night we got the NFL sponsor a challenge for the Islanders. So we got to see a football type of challenge. So apart from the prize money going up, the fact that the NFL sponsored a portion of their a challenge, I think says a lot as far as how profitable and how Love Island USA just kind of took over the world this summer. I think even more so than the UK version. I'm kind of here for it. What did you guys think about the challenge? I loved the aspect that we were able to find like a power couple. That challenge did look very hard. So my props to everyone. However, we are starting to see which of the Islanders are probably not meant for games. I said this on a TikTok last night, and I think I uploaded it to shorts on YouTube, that I don't think Andreina is made for games. I don't know. Lucinda has surprised me. You know, the first 2 episodes, she was kind of very emotional. I think she was kind of losing awareness of where she was. I think she thought that she was going to be just on Love Island and not games. And I think Lucinda has surprised us in how competitive she is. And for me also, I think Andreina has kind of disappointed me in the sense that I thought she would be more competitive and more athletic. Yeah, I don't think games was for her, which is unfortunate because obviously we want to see her get far. You know, I think that I've said this before, where she was robbed of her experience on this past season of Love Island. So I would love to get to see her, you know, have fun. But I think that I don't know if they're underestimating the sense or the idea that games is. And so what do you guys think? We also got a new bombshell into the villa, and his name was Troy. He coupled up with Andrea. I feel so bad for Andrea. She cannot catch a break. Josh cannot catch a break. She said, you know, it's been what, 3? I've been in 3 couples in the past 24, 48 hours, which is so unfortunate for her. And I hope that she honestly, given that she's in the bottom, I voted for her. I wanted to know which couple that you guys voted for to push through into the next episode. I feel like Mare and Solen can actually go home, or maybe Nicola and Isaiah. I would like Isaiah to pull through because although him and Nicola don't have like a romantic connection and he broke the news to her, they are actually a very compatible couple when it comes to like challenges and competition. And I would reckon they could actually get far, which honestly surprised me because Nicola did not, she's very passionate. I did not think that they were going to have the communication style to actually pull through in these challenges, and they did. So they were a pleasant surprise. Unfortunately, did anybody else feel like Andreina was going to be like one of the top competitors this season? I think that she was going to be up there with Garby. Honestly, in the first episode, I was like, okay, Garby is like the most competitive girl here. I think that she has the chance at getting to the very end. I thought watching this blindly, you know, at first glance, I thought Andreina was going to be one of the top women too. And she's not. And every challenge, and I love it. I feel so bad because I don't want to, not that I'm talking bad about her, but just like numbers wise and actual like statistics, I guess you could say, she is not, I guess, performing how I would have thought she would have. But even she says that I'm not an athletic girl. So at least she recognizes that. One thing I wanted to talk about before we wrapped up was that coming into the season, I did not think that Chris was going to be the power couple. I honestly did not think that he was going to be as good as he is. He was a pleasant surprise. I think somewhat, I did say in a previous video, or I think on TikTok, I said, well, at least now he is playing overseas because we've got this man on Love Island Games in Fiji and he is showing up and showing out. So he is there for the money. I feel bad that KayKay did what he did to him, but let's be so for real. I don't think that Chris is in a mental place. I think he is so hyper focused on winning the prize that he is not even trying to nurture a relationship because he does not want to slip up, which I can't fault him for, because if you want to make sure that you end or you get far into this competition, and if your money is on the prize, you cannot afford any distractions. I think someone like KayKay, I think KayKay is kind of here for both. And I think Chris is not so much here for Love Island or like the love aspect of it. But that's just my beliefs. Yeah, share your thoughts. Who did you guys vote for? I voted for Andrea and Troy. I think his name was Troy. I voted for Andrea because I want her and Josh to work it out. I think that this is her redemption arc. I think that she is a hot commodity. Her and Garby have the capacity to make it to the end. That's what I wanted to say before we left. I did make a video on TikTok talking about, and I think even in the previous one, how I wasn't sure how I felt about Justine and Johnny coming back into the mix, mainly because Justine has already won Love Island, like regular season and Love Island game. So to bring her back to potentially take the win again, I think is kind of robbing the Islanders, like the newer generation. That's my opinion. However, I do like to see her. I do like to see, like, I am enjoying her on my screen again. And so, however, Johnny can go by. I think him and Andreina are better off exploring the connection in the real world versus games. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But pop up in the comment sections. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you guys later for another reality check. Bye, y'all. Happy Saturday.